A 12-year-old human girl named Lily was murdered in cold blood by an evil alien on live TV, so Earth's leaders were forced to reveal their secret ancient fleet to avenge her death and save humanity. It was June 21st, 2157. The day started full of hope and wonder as humanity made first contact with the advanced alien Gamelons. But it ended in tragedy, fury, and a promise of revenge. The Gamelon delegation, led by the arrogant ambassador Varys, landed in New York City to establish relations with Earth at the United Nations. Lily Edwards, the young daughter of the U.S. ambassador, watched in awe alongside her father as the huge reptilian aliens strode out of their ship in ornate purple robes. She smiled and waved at the visitors. Then, in an innocent accident, Lily bumped into Varys, spilling his drink on his robe. Varys hissed in rage, drew a plasma pistol, and shot the human child in the head. Lily's small body crumpled to the ground, a smoking hole in her skull. Her blood splattered the UN logo. The entire world watched the murder unfold live on TV. Earth's population reacted with simultaneous shock, grief, and burning outrage. Seeing they overplayed their hand, the Gamelon delegation raced back to their ship and warped away before they could be stopped. But they had sown the seeds of war. Earth's leaders held an emergency summit that night. They knew what must be done to ensure humanity's survival. The Gamelons had to pay for what they did to an innocent girl and answer for their clear hostility. So for the first time, the leaders publicly revealed the existence of the ancient fleet, hundreds of highly advanced warships hidden on the dark side of the moon for a century by a secret global project, their existence known only to those at the highest levels of power. Now those mighty human warships had to be crewed and launched to strike back against the evil Gamelon Empire, or else humanity would face certain enslavement and extinction at the hands of the murderous alien menace. The fate of Earth, and justice for a slain human child, depended on the ancient fleet and the brave human space warriors who would crew those powerful ships into the dark void. Dr. Novak shakes his head grimly, recounting the horrors of what came next. As Earth's leaders squabbled over the ancient fleet's activation, a massive Gamelon armada materialized in near-Earth space, immediately opening fire on humanity's defenseless cities. Supreme Commander Zorgon personally oversaw the bombardment. Gamelon plasma bombs impacted New York, London, Moscow, Tokyo, incinerating millions in seconds. Our conventional militaries launched everything they had, but it just bounced off the Gamelon shields. Dr. Novak sighs. In those dark hours, as our cities burned, Noah Holmes and the Sentinel teams worked feverishly to power up the ancient fleet ships and get them manned and ready. The USS Prometheus was the first vessel online, a mighty battleship, bristling with advanced energy cannons and impenetrable shielding. Prometheus rocketed up from the moon, with Captain James Hawkins in command. The Doctor allows himself a small smile. What a sight that was. Prometheus soared into the orbital battle, weapons blazing. Those energy beams sliced Gamelon ships apart, and the shields absorbed everything the aliens dished out. Hawkins outmaneuvered Zorgon's fleet and tore them to shreds. That was the moment humanity started to hope again. But Dr. Novak cautions that the fight was far from over. Truth is, Prometheus was the only ancient fleet ship combat-ready at that point. The others were still being frantically repaired, rearmed, and crewed. We were on a knife's edge. Hawkins and his crew were heroes, but they were just one ship. We didn't know how long they could hold out alone. Dr. Novak's face grows solemn as he recounts the political and social upheaval that gripped Earth in the wake of the Gamelon invasion. As the ancient fleet battled in space, down here things were in chaos. People were terrified, cities smoldering ruins. World leaders knew we had to unite or perish. He leans forward intently. That's when the United Earth Federation was born. Every nation on the planet setting aside their differences to pool resources and coordinate a defense. It was unprecedented in human history. The UEF formed the Earth Defense Force to command the ancient fleet and fortify our world against the alien threat. Dr. Novak's eyes shine with pride as he describes humanity's tenacity. We didn't just focus on the military. The UEF assembled the brightest minds, scientists, engineers, innovators. Led by the genius Dr. Liam Connors, they began unlocking the secrets of the ancient fleet's advanced tech, reverse engineering it to revolutionize every facet of human civilization. His expression darkens. But the battle above Earth grew dire. Supreme Commander Zorgon, enraged by the ancient fleet's resistance, unleashed a terrifying weapon, the Planet Killer, an artificial singularity that could obliterate an entire world. Dr. Novak's hand trembles slightly as he gestures. Zorgon aimed the Planet Killer directly at Earth. Captain Hawkins and the Prometheus crew saw it power up and realized they had mere minutes to act. The fate of billions hung in the balance. Hawkins gunned the engines and the ancient fleet ships converged on the Planet Killer. Weapons locked on, racing to intercept it before it could fire. It was now or never. Dr. Novak's voice grows urgent as he recounts the desperate plan to stop the Planet Killer. Captain Hawkins knew they had one chance, one shot to save Earth. He ordered Commander Elena Nakamura to lead a strike team, the best of the best, and teleport directly onto that monstrosity. The doctor's hands gesture animatedly. Using the Prometheus's advanced tech, they beamed aboard, materializing in a blaze of light, weapons ready. Nakamura, a fierce warrior, led the charge. They blasted through legions of Gamelon soldiers, their energy rifles leaving smoking holes in the enemy's armor. But time was running out, Dr. Novak emphasizes. The Planet Killer was powering up, its maw glowing with destructive energy. Nakamura and her team fought like demons, carving a path to the control room, and there they confronted him, Supreme Commander Zorgon himself. The doctor's eyes narrow. Zorgon, a towering reptilian beast armed with a crackling energy blade. He and Nakamura clashed in a furious melee, sparks flying as their weapons collided. Around them, the strike team battled Zorgon's elite guard. Dr. Novak's voice softens. In the end, Nakamura triumphed. Her blade found Zorgon's black heart, but the Planet Killer was seconds from firing. With no time left, Nakamura made the ultimate sacrifice. She activated the self-destruct, consigning herself and her valiant team to oblivion to save humanity. The Planet Killer vanished in a blinding flash, a miniature sun erupting in the void. The Gamelon fleet, thrown into chaos by the loss of their doomsday weapon and leader, fell before the ancient fleet's onslaught. Hawkins and his ships pressed the attack, energy beams and missiles ravaging the alien vessels, until the last one broke apart. Dr. Novak sighs heavily, but as the cheers of victory echoed across Earth's comm channels, the grim reality set in. Our world was in ruins, cities reduced to rubble, millions dead or displaced. We had won, but at a staggering cost, and out there amidst the stars more threats lurked. This was just the beginning. The doctor straightens, his gaze hardening. In the war's aftermath, the United Earth Federation rose from the ashes, determined to rebuild and defend our shattered world. The ancient fleet's technological secrets were unlocked, propelling humanity into a new age of progress and exploration. But as we ventured into the cosmos, we quickly learned the Gamelons were merely one of countless hostile races seeking to dominate or destroy us. Dr. Novak leans forward, his voice low. The war was over, but the battle for survival had only just begun. Humanity stood on the precipice of a new era, one fraught with dangers and opportunities beyond imagining. And as we took our first steps into that vast, uncertain frontier, we carried with us the memories of the fallen, the heroes like Commander Nakamura, who sacrificed everything to secure our future. Their courage would forever inspire us as we faced the challenges ahead, united in our determination to endure, to thrive, to claim our place among the stars. The doctor pauses, his eyes distant as if seeing into that future. The room falls silent, the weight of his words hanging in the air. A future bought with blood and sacrifice, a future filled with untold wonders and terrors alike, a future that would test the very limits of human resilience and ingenuity, and yet a future made possible by the bravery of those who fought and died in humanity's darkest hour, their names etched forever in the annals of history. Dr. Novak takes a deep breath, his gaze refocusing on the present. But the road ahead was long and perilous, he continues, his voice heavy with the knowledge of what was to come. For even as we celebrated our hard-won victory against the Gamelons, new threats stirred in the depths of space, ancient evils awakening to the sound of humanity's ascent. The doctor's expression grows somber, his eyes haunted by the memories of the trials that lay ahead. Little did we know then the true scale of the challenges we would face, the sacrifices we would be called upon to make. For in the grand tapestry of the universe, the Gamelon War was but a single thread, a prelude to the great reckoning that awaited us. Dr. Novak leans back in his chair, his gaze distant once more. But that, my friends, is a story for another time, a story of hope and despair, of triumph and tragedy, of the indomitable human spirit pushed to its very limits, a story that would shape the destiny of our species forevermore. The doctor falls silent, the weight of his words lingering in the air. The room seems to hold its breath, the gravity of the tale settling upon the listeners like a mantle of history, heavy with the sacrifices of the past and the promise of the future. And in that moment, the true significance of the ancient fleet's awakening, of humanity's first steps into the stars, becomes clear. A turning point in the grand saga of human existence, a pivotal chapter in the ongoing struggle for survival and ascendancy, in a universe filled with wonders and terrors beyond imagination. You have reached the end of the story. If you enjoyed this story and want to support us, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel, and for every comment that says 88, I will heart every single one of them. Thank you for your time.